rounding to significant figures. This section is all about approximate values and how you establish them. And we use this when we're looking at just approximations. So, for instance, you might hear that a lottery win, the winner has won £3 million or something like that. Now, it's highly unlikely that they won exactly £3 million. It's likely they won a figure something like that. So, it's been rounded to a significant figure. And likewise, if you're trying to find your way to a town or something and you're driving, someone might say, that town is 10 miles away. Well, it's unlikely to be exactly 10 miles, but people have rounded it to a significant value, which is the 10 miles. And the rule that we use for rounding is very similar to what we were doing previously in the previous videos. And that is that you increase the value by 1 when the number following it is 5 or more. And we keep the same value if the number is 4 or less. So I'm going to give you some examples. So here we're asked to round 53,879 to one significant figure, and then to two significant figures. So as in previous videos, when we've been looking at approximation, we write down the number. So here it is, 53,879. So it's the same number as over here. And if we are going to round it to one significant figure, then what we do is that we draw this line as in our minds or actually on the page. And this is the first one is to one significant figure. So this is one significant figure. And then we say, is the value after it, 3 in this case, is that more than 5, 5 or more, or 4 or less? Well, obviously 3 is 4 or less. And so when we round this to one significant value, it becomes 50,000. So because this number is 4 and lower in that category, then this number doesn't change. So it's all rounded to 50,000. So for instance, if I have a collection of stamps and someone were to ask me how many stamps you have, and the answer is I have 53,879 stamps, well, in shorthand terms, I would just say it's 50,000. Now, if I was being asked to round it to two significant figures now, then it's the same number as here. Instead, we're putting the line here. And because this is the second significant place, or second significant figure, so the line goes there. So we should have 2. And we look at this number here, and we say, oh, that is 8 is in the category 5 and above. Therefore, this would change to 4. And so this value to two significant figures is 54,000 because this has increased. Let's have a look at another example. So this example asks us to round 0.005089 to one significant place. So where is one significant place on this? Is it the 0 here? Is it the 0 there? No, because there's no value there. It's 0. So in fact, this becomes the first significant place. So the line goes after that. And then because 0 is less than 5, is 4 or less, then this figure doesn't change. And so this, to round it to one significant place, is 0.005. Now we're being asked to approximate it to two significant figures. So the line goes there, and then 8 is in the category 5 and above, and so this value then will change by 1. So this becomes 0.0051, and as you can see, this is the calculation here. So these are both correct. So what I want you to do is just blank out the right hand side of the screen. Just focus your mind on these numbers. Okay, and again we're being asked to round to one significant place and then two significant figures. So we have a look here and we think, well, 9, it starts off with 9. So to one significant figure, then you draw this line in your mind. 8 is higher than 5, and therefore this value would increase. So this would become 100,000. If we're looking at it to two significant figures, then the line goes after the second number. This number here is only 3, and so it's in the category 4 and below, and so this value will not change. So this written and said in the shorthand that we've been exploring is written as 98,000. So again, have a go with this. What is 3.514775 rounded to one significant figure and then to two significant figures? So just put it on pause. Don't look at all of this at the moment, as it'll give it away. So hopefully you've had an opportunity to put it on pause and do a bit of calculation. So let's have a look at this. So what is the value 3.5, etc., rounded to one significant place? This is the significant place 1. And so that's why we put a line through there. This is now 5. So that comes into category a 5 and above. And so this will have to increase by 1 to 4. So that value to one significant figure, the answer is 4. Now, if we look at it as two significant figures, then the line goes after the second number, and then this number here we see is again a low number. So this value remains the same. So this becomes 3.5.